Gering Public School officials have released their plans for students and staff returning to classrooms with a mixture of traditional and online instruction. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Gering Public School officials have released their plans for students and staff returning to classrooms on August 14th with a mixture of both online and traditional in-classroom instruction. As with other area schools, procedures in place at any given time will be guided by a coronavirus spread risk indicator produced by regional public health officials. Traditional in-classroom instruction will take place as long as that risk level is low or moderate. And in the moderate category, parents could sign a waiver for their children to opt out of wearing a mask while in the classroom. An extended campus online option is also available upon parental request, with all students to be transitioned to that model if the risk level goes into the high or severe risk categories. Other procedures being implemented include daily disinfection of student areas, screening upon entering a school building, hand sanitizer stations, and scheduled hand washing breaks for students up through 5th grade. Details can be found online at the Gering School District webpage. Well, much to the delight of local history buffs and out-of-state travelers, the newly revamped and renovated Visitors Center at Chimney Rock reopened their doors this weekend. License plates from Texas, Michigan, and Washington State were among those cited in the parking lot as people took in the new interior and improved interactive exhibits. Site manager Lauren Pospisil with History Nebraska told KNEB News there were 2-hour soft openings on Thursday and Friday ahead of the Saturday official opening, and visitors seemed pleased with the changes.
Everyone's really likes it. The Thursday and Friday, families just love the interactive activities. Also just the overall tone and feel of the place is much more modern.
The changes include a newly expanded education room for school programs, new theater space, improved gift shop, and the addition of new space to act as a storm shelter. Chimney Rock Museum will be open Wednesday through Sunday, but a grand opening celebration will not be held until next year at the earliest due to the pandemic. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your full week forecast. I'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with a pretty pleasant evening out here. Partly cloudy skies. You can see just a slight chance of getting a thunderstorm or two. Temps fall down into the 60s overnight. And as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow, we're going to be sunny to start the day. Again, an evening storm, not many tonight. Better chances of storms come tomorrow. Strong to severe storms are in the forecast for tomorrow. And then it's going to heat up as we get into the weekend and our rain chances are going to go down. Yesterday, 84 degrees after a morning low of 59, a very comfortable Sunday. As we take a look here across the region, nothing in the rain gauge. We're starting out at Zippo for the month, and we're, as you look, 4.1 inches in the hole for the year. 80 right now in Laramie, 87 in Casper. We've got 70s and 80s, a breath of fresh air here across most of the Cornhusker State. 84 in Alliance, 81 in Ogallala, just 79 in Valentine, Mullen at 77 degrees. Winds are fairly light as well, or fairly gusty, sorry. We've had southeast winds at 15 to 20 all day long. Not windy by any stretch of the imaginations, but gusty and blowing in some of that humid air here across the region. Let's take a look at Futurecast. We'll get to severe weather forecast first. Again, with the landfall of the hurricane here in the southeast. Otherwise, the severe weather threat is confined to our area tonight. Just a marginal risk of severe storms, mainly in the panhandle and eastern portions of Wyoming. Now, tomorrow, we up the chance of severe weather. We bring in a slight risk of severe storms into the southern and southeastern portions of the panhandle. A marginal risk of severe weather expands that area. This is areas like Kimball, Sidney, Bridgeport, over to Mullen and North Platte, Imperial, over towards McCook, Goodland, and the eastern plains of Colorado. That is where we're going to see the severe weather threat tomorrow and probably on Wednesday as well, although the severe weather threat should be lower on Wednesday. Futurecast for tonight, a late night storm. See these storms coming through later on tonight after 8, 9 o'clock. So maybe a after dark, after bedtime storm that rolls through tonight. Lows are going to drop off into the 50s overnight to near 60 degrees. Now tomorrow, a similar situation to today. The clouds are going to decrease. We'll be sunny. Temps back in the 80s again today, but I think we'll get an earlier start to showers and storms by late tomorrow afternoon and evening. Hit or miss, they're not going to be super widespread, and then maybe another batch of nocturnal storms come across the area late Tuesday night into early Wednesday, as we could be dealing with that again. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 again for a high tomorrow. Rainfall totals look pretty promising here in at least with this run of the forecast models. Over a quarter of an inch, not out of the question in some areas even more, but again, it looks like this is going to favor some of the areas that have been snake bitten here of recent. Kimball, Scotts Bluff, over to Torrington and Wheatland. A lot of those areas have been missing some of the decent rains. We'll see if we can get some of those in here over the next couple of nights. A storm or two around, otherwise clearing skies, 59 for your low. Tomorrow, late day storms are going to develop. Some could be severe. 89 your high. Watch out for large hail damaging winds. Those will be the primary threats, along with heavy rain. After then, we're dealing with just temps in the upper 80s. Low 90s on Tuesday. Again, another chance of some late day storms. And then our chances of storms disintegrate as we get to Friday into the weekend and we heat up. Upper 90s to near 100 return several of the days, Friday through Monday of next week.
Allo for Education is back for its 6th year. So far, we've donated $200,000 to local schools, and we're not done yet. We hope you'll join us in helping educators build a brighter tomorrow for the kids in our communities. All you have to do is switch to Allo by September 30th, and we'll give $50 to the participating school of your choice. Already an Allo customer? Tell your friends and earn a $50 bill credit plus our school donation. Let's close the digital divide together. Switch today. Visit allofiber.com/education.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your Touchstone Energy partner, the power of human connections.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Welcome back. Unified Command announcing 4 new COVID-19 cases in the Panhandle and 14 new recoveries during their Friday afternoon update. The latest cases include 3 in Scottsbluff County and 1 in Cheyenne County, while the recoveries include 1 in Box Butte County and 13 in Scottsbluff County. Through Friday evening, the Panhandle has seen 432 positive cases, 6 deaths, 373 recoveries, leaving 53 active cases. Those include 40 in Scottsbluff County, 4 each in Dawes, Cheyenne, and Morrill counties, and 1 in Kimball County. Well, the 11 counties of the Panhandle will stay in the Phase 3 of directed health measure restrictions through the end of August, along with 55 other counties in Nebraska. According to information on the Department of Health and Human Services website, the new DHM continuing current restrictions took effect on Saturday and will remain until August 31st until further amended before that date. That information was updated as 27 counties in 3 public health districts have been approved to move to Phase 4, in which most restrictions become guidance without the threat of misdemeanor citations for noncompliance. In Phase 4, the primary restrictions are on gatherings, continued social distancing between groups, and plans for reopening or expanding to new capacity limits being submitted to the local health districts and approval for all indoor and outdoor venues that hold 500 or more. And a Grand Island teenager has been sentenced to 40 to 45 years in prison for a 2019 homicide of a former Scottsbluff man. 17-year-old Eric Friedrichsen was sentenced on Friday for second-degree murder in the death of Vincent Ariano Jr. Police say Ariano, who was 32, was shot several times and died at a Grand Island hospital. Friedrichsen was 16 when he killed him on April 24th, but a judge rejected an attorney's request to have him tried as a juvenile. Prosecutors reduced a first-degree murder charge to second-degree murder and dropped a weapons charge when he agreed to a plea deal in May, pleading no contest to second-degree murder. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will be in with the latest at the sports desk. He'll have that in just 90 seconds here on KNEB.TV News.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the NEBRASKA area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Time for a quick check for today here at the Sports Desk. Let's get to it. There was good news today for schools and high school athletes as the NSAA Board of Directors voted unanimously to keep the schedule in place for fall sports in the state. If any school is unable to play due to a COVID outbreak, the game will be considered a no contest. Fall camp for all high schools is set for next Monday, a week from today, August 10th. No change was made on the NSAA's transfer rules for any athletes who attend a school that decides not to have school or sponsor a sport. Got some key dates for you here locally for both of our area schools to kind of pass along. First at Scottsbluff, the fall sports meeting is planned for this Thursday. That'll be at Bearcat Stadium, and then next Wednesday, the Bluffs Middle School sports meeting also at Bearcat Stadium. And some junior high notes for Gering schools with football equipment checkout next week, and then practice starting on the 13th and 14th for the 7th and 8th grades. Junior high volleyball practice will start on August 19th. More information is posted on our website for both Gering and Scotts Bluff. The Western Nebraska Pioneers were swept on the road this weekend by the Badlands Big Sticks, falling yesterday by the final score of 3-2. How about just 2 hits offensively for the Pios, struggling right now at the plate. They're just 2-8 overall in their last 10 games, still mired in 3rd place in the division, and they'll look for a big week at home back at Oregon Trail Park Stadium. 7 straight starting tonight. Same 2 teams from the weekend. It's the Big Sticks in town to start a 4-game series. Coverage, as always, on KOZY 101.3 and KOZYFM.com. And over the weekend, the Scottsbluff Cal Ripken Junior baseball team grabbed a state title up in Chadron. They outscored their foes 39-4, and yesterday they downed Sydney in the championship game. Due to the pandemic, there will be no regional tournament this year. That will do it for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's coming back right after this with more here on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The Runza guy said, enjoy your burger, and I almost said, you too, but then I realized that didn't make sense, and all that came out was yours good.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, the 37th annual Rubber Check Race was another one for the record books. On Saturday night, the Scottsbluff County Fair's week-long run of grandstand events concluded with the fan favorite Rubber Check Race. For those of you unfamiliar with the format, it's a relay race involving 2 horses, an ATV, a wheelbarrow, and a baton. The race begins with a horseback rider doing 1 full lap around the track and passing it to their teammate on horseback. That rider does 3/4 of a lap, dismounts from their horse, and then sprints about 40 yards to their ATV driver and passes them the baton. The ATV does a lap and a half, hops out of their wheelbarrow, and has their anchor man push them across the middle of the arena past the finish line. This year, 2-Bit Ranch squared off against the Flower Den in the championship race, which can be found on our website on the KNEB.TV YouTube channel. During Saturday's race, Steve Flower, who has been the voice of the Rubber Check Race for the last 24 years, announced that this year was going to be his last year calling the races. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.